Hello, this is Robert Radford with 50 Years of Chess. I've got a game for you here that I think you might enjoy. There's plenty of action, and the game was between myself playing white against Stephen Woolgar, and it was played in the Bristol Chess League in 2015. Now, I opened with the following moves: d4, knight f6, e3, e6 and bishop d3, which is what most people would know as to be the stonewall attack. It's beginning parts of it anyway. Knight d2, this is all about keeping control of that e4 square. Now I've got to do something about this pawn because it can push on again. I drive my bishop out there, so I play the c pawn up. It comes in with the knight. Could play pawn takes pawn, but if I did play c-pawn, then he can go knight before and drive my bishop back. But more important is he can play e5, and that's really annoying because I'd have to take, and then it's a kind of a reversed Caro-Kann type thing, which I don't want to happen. So I played f4. This is the remedy to that move. Okay, so he did take the pawn, and I'm taking with the e-pawn, so as there won't be no knight b4. He attacks my f-pawn, and I defend it by playing knight f3. Queen f3 or g3 would have been fine. And even though I didn't play the candidate move, I did play a decent move, I think. I'm trying to stay in the pattern of this opening by throwing in the knight into e5 now, which is more or less it. Queen c7 and then queen e2. I can't allow the knight to come in to e4 and disrupt everything. So I got to keep that diagonal open for my attacking options. So he's played h6, knight f3, a6, castles, b5, bishop d2. The back rank. So bishop e7, rook e1, rook a to e1, and now he's played the knight back, so he's looking to possibly play knight into e4. You see again, bishop takes, pawn takes, and I can't take that pawn. It's going to be a nuisance to me with having that pawn there. And also, it's not in the spirit of what this opening is about. He tried to keep that bishop diagonal open. So I played g4. Now he's did what I said, bishop, knight into e4. But I'm not going to take it. I'm not, because it's counterproductive for me to do so. So I've gone knight to h4. And he's done me a great favour. He's exchanged by taking the bishop. Not a good move. That's not a good move. He should have kept the knight where it was. This is going to be a lot of pain and suffering for him for doing that. Bishop takes e5. F takes e5, and I've really locked him out there. His bishop is so bad. Look where his white square bishop is. He's got white pawns on all the white squares. It's not good for him at all. His knight can't go anywhere. If he goes to g6, I exchange, and he's got that weak pawn. I win a pawn that way. So he's gone knight to c6 instead. But why? There's nothing over there. So I'm now playing rook in to f6. Now I know this is a stunning move. Most people would look at this and say, what are you doing, man? Well, trust me, it is a good move. Stockfish has just given me a 4.4 plus against black with this move. I watched a game with Bobby Fischer against I think his name was Mongerson or something like that from Mongolia. He was their champion. Fischer was about 14 at that time, and he did a very similar thing to this, rook in to f6 to prevent the f-pawn from moving forward and cutting off defense of g7 and h7. It's a blockade. And how did he respond to this? Queen to e7. So I made sure it's protected. If he did take the rook, I can take the pawn, hitting the queen, and then I'm well in here. So he took knight on e5. Why did he do that? I can only think of one thing. To give up a knight like that would be so he could play queen c5 check. If I go king h1, then he's got d4 check with the bishop. We take the knight, and when he checks, we go king f1, not h1. And that is that. He goes king to h8, king f4, and queen back to e7, e7, yes. Now, Stockfish suggests I play g6. And I do, because I'm already 6.2 up plus with white. But I don't do it yet. I play rook e3 first because I want to swing the rook across to h3. Now, he plays rook c7, so he's just not in tune with what has to be done here to try and save his position. He is now 10.2 down. It's 10.2 plus for white in this position. It's crushing. g6. This is the recommended move from Stockfish. King g8. Pawn takes pawn. Yeah. And rook takes pawn. And we have a 7.2 plus now. I didn't quite follow the way Stockfish wanted me to, but it was good enough, I believe. So I played knight into g6. He could play queen takes, pawn takes, rook takes, or pawn takes. Queen takes rook, pawn takes queen, rook takes queen, and my queen is pinned to my king, so I would have to go queen takes rook, pawn takes rook, and then I've got knight e7 check, where I can get the exchange off of him and end up with a rook and bishop against the bishop, giving me an easy win. So he moved his queen across to c7 again. He's kind of repeating a lot of moves, going the same places. He's got nothing to show for that knight he gave up. So I now flick my queen across to g4 with a mask attack on his king here. If you can see, should he take the rook. So he took with the rook. I played pawn takes. He went queen again back to f7. Now, Stockfish is saying that I should go rook takes e6. Probably right. It's probably right. Of course it's right. It's a computer, strong. But I didn't do that. I've got a 10.1 advantage. I won't have that after this move, but I'll still have a good advantage. I played knight. Oh, no. I went knight to e6, 7, check. And Stockfish, believe it or not, has given me 39.5 plus against black's position. Can you believe that? Wow. Wow. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed that I got that situation. So he's gone into the corner, and I could go back with a check again, but why? Don't want to do that. By moving in the corner, it's giving me a mate in 16, Stockfish says. Yeah, right. Like I'm going to find a mate in 16 moves. Now let's just finish it with queen takes check. Queen takes g7 check. I've got to win. I'm going to win materially. And never mind about the mate. That's nothing. I'm not worried about that. I'm playing for a team here. I'm not playing for myself. I just want to get the win for the team and finish this guy off. So I took the pawn he had to take with the queen or lose it. But he didn't bother. He resigned. So thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this game, and I'll have some more for you very soon. Bye.